Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think that this evening you saw it and felt it. Volkswagen is an innovation powerhouse. Not least, this car here shows it. We create technologies that look far into the future. And today already, we offer the right cars for the automotive world of tomorrow. And you see that if you look at our brand new car of the year here, the Passat. I think I can rightly say that we offer the widest range of electric cars with 9 models from the E-Up and the Audi A3 e-tron to the Passat GTE and even on to the Cayenne SE hybrid. And there will be more to follow. We have the biggest CO2 savings fleet in the world with 57 model variants that today already comply with the 95-gram target. Lightweight design is in our DNA. With our new Audi Q7, with its aluminum mixed-build design, we've demonstrated how big SUVs can have their weight reduced by more than 300 kilograms. In our factories, we have high-tech robots today that are already working hand-in-hand with our employees. That's good for the company, and it's good for our workforce, because their work can be done more efficiently, more easily, and more ergonomically. Thanks to sensors and connectivity, we, the group, already have the biggest connected fleet of vehicles in the world out on roads. And we are and remain the pioneers of automated driving. In the current days and weeks, Audi and Volkswagen are proving what's going to be possible in the future. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, these are innovations that we are proud of. And I can always also say with great certainty that technology at Volkswagen is never an end in itself. What really counts for us is this. All of these technologies serve people, above all, our customers, because they make car driving safer and more comfortable, and because they economize resources and protect the environment, and because they bring together the mobile world and the digital world. I'm persuaded, ladies and gentlemen, that technological progress makes our world better. And therefore, in Europe in particular, I would hope that we could have an atmosphere that does not, from the word go, call technological progress or new technologies into question. I think I can say Europe needs more courage, more innovative spirit. Above all, it's about the opportunities, not primarily the risks of progress. For instance, electric cars and plug-in hybrids, because in the years to come, they will have to be provided with more targeted support. In our industry, however, there is a simple truth. At the end of the day, it's always the customer who decides. The customer has to say yes to an electric car, and for that, we need more than just compelling technology. That's the only way that alternative powertrains will be successful in the marketplace, and that's the only way that we, as an industry, can comply with ambitious CO2 targets. Or, another example, automated driving, which offers us brand new technology opportunities and business opportunities. Europe, as a location for automotive engineering and production, must move forward with this core technology and do so quickly. For this, we have to have resolve too. For that, we need even more support and more openness and support from policymakers and from society. And even though you might be surprised to hear us say this, I'd like to say that we expressly support the commitment that Apple, Google, and other companies are now making to automobiles, because I'm certain that this commitment from these companies will ensure that our core product will be even better accepted by young people who have an affinity to the internet. And I'm also convinced that the iPhone generation will then opt for the right car from the right company. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we at Volkswagen are moving forward into the future with courage, we are the company in the entire world that invests the most in research and development. In 2014 alone, we invested 11.5 billion euros in research and development. We are the group that is the most innovative in the world. 46,000 research and development experts and 10,000 IT experts. And we are the car maker that has a Future Tracks program, which is putting it in the lead in the field of automotive change. Just 1 year ago, I talked about the major changes that our industry is facing. And the changes that customers expect from us, that they even demand from us, will have to be faced in the future. Let me just mention electromobility, digitization of vehicles, of factories, of retailers, and changing values in society, which is changing the role of the automobile and, to a certain extent, redefining it. We are intensively studying all of these issues in detail, at all brands, in all divisions, and on numerous pilot projects. Our Future Tracks, our program for the future, is the umbrella for all of these activities. And I can tell you that Future Tracks has reoriented our group. Future Tracks is in the process of realigning, to a certain extent, our thinking and our activities. Another thing is clear, though, too. These challenges are going to cost a lot of money, and for this reason, our Future Tracks program also has a short-term objective. That is, now, at all brands, we've got to enhance our efficiency and our profitability, and we are working with everything we've got on this too, and we've already achieved some initial measurable success. Incidentally, our key figures for 2014 underscore this fact. Despite the headwinds we faced, for the first time, we sold more than 10 million vehicles, and our operating earnings totaled 12.7 billion euros, another all-time high. And our start this year, 2015, was very promising too. In January and February, for example, for the very first time, we sold more than 1.5 million vehicles around the world, and this too is a new record. And incidentally, some observers were a little bit disappointed by our cautious outlook for the future after we announced these record numbers. But in this area too, we at Volkswagen, as usual, are keeping both feet on the ground, because it would be negligent to close our eyes to the numerous global and macroeconomic trouble spots around the world that our industry is facing. Ladies and gentlemen, being a technology leader has a lot to do with responsibility. For a company such as Volkswagen, it's no longer sufficient to build good cars and to be economically successful. There's more to it than that. We intend to and must always achieve the best for our customers. Let me give you an example. Nowadays, I'm often asked whether or not, in view of the current price of oil, we perhaps have backed the wrong horse. But my answer is very clear. The Volkswagen Group has not changed its environmental objectives. Oil is not going to remain so cheap forever. CO2 targets are mandatory, regardless of fuel prices. And what's more important, it's always a question of our responsibility for climate protection too. And therefore, our policy of a diversity of powertrains is the right way to go. More and more efficient petrol and diesel engines are and remain indispensable. And right now, I'm saying very deliberately that anyone who unduly criticizes diesel is jeopardizing our CO2 targets. Of course, we're continuing to invest in alternative powertrains that are extremely economical and extremely fun to drive. Assuming responsibility, that also means providing answers. First and foremost, for environmental protection and climate protection, but also for safe and good jobs, for society as a whole, for education, for science and culture. These so-called soft factors are important factors. not least when people decide what car to buy at the dealership. And only if you perceive all of these different aspects and compellingly live these aspects, then and only then will you be the number one over the long term. And that is still our goal, and it is our commitment too. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you will feel it. We are passionate about what we do. We have a burning passion for our technologies and for our customers. And for us, our cars are not just some products, some line of business. Our products determine our heartbeat, our thinking, and our actions. And this is exactly what will make a difference. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you all a very successful 2015 Geneva Motor Show. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending the show. Please join us now on stage to have a closer look at the cars.